Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on. Now, my name is Benedicta Hensher, and with me right here in the studio, I have the participant of the Young Historian competition. We have the winner here, the first runner-up, and the third runner-up, even though it happens to be a woman. I don't know why she did not win this, guys. Why didn't you win them? But any which way, I will definitely let them introduce themselves. Let's start from the young man who won. So, yes, let me know you.
My name is Abdul Malik Abubakar Isa.
Okay.
I'm from Bayero University, Kano.
Okay.
A student of law from Kano State.
All right.
My name is Daramola Luke, a student of History and International Studies from the University of Ilorin, Kwara State.
All right.
All right. My name is Joy from Adekunle Ajashi University, Akumba Koko, Ondo State.
Okay. So,
I didn't really want a garrison of philosophy.
So we have 3 different universities here, and you guys were participants of the Young Historian competition organized by the Restored Heart Foundation. Now let's talk to you, Abdul Malik Abubakar. Now you are presently studying law, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when we look at law and history, what made you think like, okay, I am going to go for this competition and I stand a shot or I have a shot? What made you start?
Because I have the conviction that as a human, I must have knowledge of history.
Okay.
History is what tells me about from where I come from. So notwithstanding anything I read, I must know my history. So that is my major point about the interest of history in this process.
Okay. Now, over to you, Luke. Now, looking at the fact that this was a history competition, did you have any doubts in yourself?
Well, right from the onset, there was no doubt. I've been very, very optimistic. And when I saw that the organizers of the competition, they never restricted the applications to only history students alone.
Okay.
So I was not, using that as a lever, saying, okay, at the end of the day, as a historian, I should emerge victorious. So I saw that as a need for me to step up, and ensure that, of course, at the end of the day, at least I'm having something to be proud of. And thank God today, I came out as the first runner-up.
All right. Now, over to you, Joy Adeboye. Now, many people would have this belief that, okay, this is a history course. This is a history competition that women don't really know so much about history. Now, for the people that have doubts about women's knowledge in history, what do you have to say to them?
Well, there is this social construct that limits women's capacities. Okay. And I think with this competition, I have been able to break that barrier. This is not a gender competition. This is an academic competition. So I'm a philosophy student. I had a strong...
philosophy. Okay.
I'm a philosophy student, so I had a strong belief that I am going here to win. We are all winners. There just have to be a winner in the competition.
An all-star winner. Okay, now back to you, Abdul Malik. What would you say was a challenge you had going for this competition?
The major challenge I faced through the process of this competition is looking at those that I may be competing with.
Okay.
I like history students. There are a lot of history students in this competition. So me coming from law, I must predetermine my mind from the onset that I should get ready so that I reach the level that I aspire and wish to be. Because notwithstanding I'm not from history, but my commitment, dedication, and sacrifice is what can lead me to that level of my dream.
All right, now over to you, Luke. What do you think was the challenge you actually experienced during this competition?
Well, my major challenge, is quite connected to my schedule on campus.
Oh,
because I had to, put in for a makeup examination just to ensure I'm in the competition. So it was very, very hard, very, very challenging, having to see lecturers, see my HOD, write to the school and all of that. So that time constraint, it was there. But at the end of the day, I was able to scale through that, and thank God, for the results today.
Okay. Now over to you, Joy. What were your challenges?
Yes, my greatest challenges on this competition was I was not an history student.
Okay.
I had to embark on a series of research, studying morning, afternoon, night, and also the environment was not so conducive. I stay at the University of State. There's no privacy. There's no guarantee security within the school. So that's enough. Can cause distraction. So that was my greatest challenge. That time I just move all around, just trying to look for somewhere to study. And during the online competition too, for the first and second stage, no single sound must be heard from the background, if not be disqualified. So that alone was a challenge. At times I just pray nobody should come into the room while I am answering my question.
I know how that feels when everybody is making noise. Yeah, we understand. Now that we have talked about the challenges, now based on your experiences so far, what do you think has been the highlight for the Young Historian competition for you?
It has really opened my eyes.
Okay.
And it has made me somebody that I always aspire to be. That is to be very much exposed to my country. If not for this competition, I would not have been here in Abuja. It's a surprise. I never been here, despite being the federal capital territory of my country, but I've never been to. So this competition has introduced me to so many states across Nigeria, like the Calabar, here Abuja, and I garnered a lot of experiences for being here. So I don't know what will happen later. If I happen to be working, for example, or carrying out any business or whatever later in the future in any part of these states, I already have the experience of being in the states before.
Okay. All right. Over to you.
Well, for me, first and foremost, this competition has revived that hope in academics. Because as students on campus, the people will be like, school and scam. You read,
okay.
and at the end of the day, to not pay off to some people. But of course, having participated in this competition, so we that we are lovers of books, at least it has encouraged us to keep reading. No matter what comes up, just be a bookworm. So this competition.
So what of us that we don't like to read book? But go on.
So even I got messages from my colleagues that we have to read our history books, because by next edition I believe the number of applicants will be much more higher than this year's own. Then secondly too, as regards exposure, I've not been to Abuja.
Oh wow! Okay.
I've not been to Calabar, I've not been to Kano, and we only study these places in our history books. But of course, having a physical contact with these places, it connects us physically with what we study in our books. So by this competition, I've been exposed to various parts of the country. So thanks to the organizers of the competition.
Okay, to the lady amongst the gentlemen, talk to me. What has been your highlight?
My greatest highlight in this competition is for the fact that I have been able to meet with my colleagues, like students from various backgrounds from different universities. Like we network. I'm so very surprised that Nigeria is so blessed with intellectual people, and this competition has been able to reward academic excellence. In our country, Nigeria, you see a first-class graduate from a university just getting 50,000, 5,000, not really encouraging us in university. And this idea that higher education is a scam, you just read and read and read. This competition by Restaurant Foundation has proved it wrong. Because when my colleague heard about the competition, the processes and everything, they were so amazed. And it has given me a lot of exposure. Like within this month of September, I traveled it's beat my imagination. And as I was traveling in Kano State, I learned so much about Kano culture, the diversity, the tolerance, the cultures are just so unique. And the space has given me to even know more about Nigeria. There's so many truths that has been removed from us, from our books, that's been infiltrated already. So I was able to embark on research through the competition. In fact, I give kudos to Restaurant Foundation. They did excellently well. They performed so good. If you have more bodies like this in Nigeria, I believe Nigeria we now have hope in academic excellence.
Okay, so before we wrap it up today, I just want you guys to say one sentence that you're directing to the Restored Heart Foundation. Let's start with the winner, Abdul Malik Abubakar.
I extend my million thanks to Restored Heart Foundation for this wonderful and amazing program for us young undergraduates. We really appreciate. No amount of words can express our excitement about this program that we have now concluded. And I would like to end up by saying Restored Heart Foundation will definitely be the giant foundation in Nigeria and across African continent by their incredible, innovative and mesmerizing process of treating students, exerting knowledge, and giving them the best of what can drive them forward. Long live Restored Heart Foundation.
All right. Now over to you, Luke.
Well, the Restored Heart Foundation not only restored our academic hearts, yes, it also gave us, in fact, a lot of hope in the country. Because our topics that we treated, those topics expose us to research and all of that. So the foundation, well, the foundation is highly organized, yes, and I'll advise them to keep up with that, and of course keep the flag rolling.
Keep the flag rolling, and sort of beautiful young lady here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am so much happy.
Okay.
Like, I express my heart, my gratitude. If there is one thing I want to say about Restored Heart Foundation, I appreciate their transparency. In all the processes, there was transparency. They hold that integrity. There was no manipulation. There was no cheating. Like, at times, we no longer believe in Nigerian competition. At times, they will use politics to play you out or do one or two things. But nothing like that was found in this competition. I so much appreciate them, and they took their time to organize this project. It was properly organized, highly organized. Everything went smoothly, and they are challenging other organizations in Nigeria, because this is a call to restructure our dear country. This is a call to restructure our dear country, and to restructure it starts from we. Youth like this. So I appreciate them in a millions ways. Not have they only restored my academic performance, but they have told me that education, it pays, and I'll continue to be an ambassador in every spaces I am.
All right. And like she said, education pays, and they should keep the flag flying. And according to Abdul Malik, he enjoys the experiences he has had. Now, with me in the studio today, I had the participants and winners, first runner-up, third runner-up of the Young Historian Competition, a competition that was organized by the Restored Heart Foundation. And I must say, I had fun talking to all of you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You guys do not have fun with me? I don't understand.
Dramatic, you really enjoy it.
Okay. All right. My name is Benedicta Hensher, and this has been Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience. You can